Okay, y'all, I'd like to share with you now a 22. I don't have anything good to say about this. I apologize in advance for anybody that might own one and is completely satisfied. It might be just this particular one that I've picked up. This is the Puma 1911 22. You can tell why I bought it. Everything is, it looks just like a 45, just laying there. I needed something that I could carry in my boat. It's not an expensive gun, but let's safety check it. It's got a cheesy little plastic magazine. The only way to put them in there is right through the top. You can't use the ultimate loader or something like that. Nothing in the chamber. The problem with this that I've had, there's several things. These are the same people. This is made by Chiappa, C-H-I-A-P-P-A, Chiappa Firearms in Dayton, Ohio. It's got wooden grips, believe it or not. But two things. The coating on it must have come out of a spray can, because I haven't had this gun but a few months, and just the handling of it, the oils in your hand, can you see that? It has taken the finish off. Just holding it in my hand. Sweat. Taking it all off up here. This thing has never been in a holster. It's taking it off down inside the slide serrations, the cocking serrations there. All on the top. See that? I mean, it's right down to the base metal. Inside the serrations on this mainspring housing, which there is no mainspring in there, it's just made to look like a Model 1911. I mean, down inside the serrations. The worst part is, if you'll notice right here, it's actually eaten into the base metal. Look at that. You know, I'm surprised. If I'd have been paying attention, it'd have probably been on my hands. It's like shoe polish or something. Look all in here. Just the sweat from my hands is just eating it up. Now, it fires fine. I haven't had a failure to feed. All I shoot now is the CCI mini mags, and they all fire great. But look where all, see right here, where all that's coming off. The second problem, they call this some kind of, I don't have the box or any of the literature. They call it something like Chiappa alloy or something along those lines. But it's what I call pot metal. And pot metal In my way of thinking, pot metal is the old-timey toothpaste tubes. You know, they used to make them out of lead. That and a couple beer cans melted down. That's what this is. And the oil from my hand is eaten into the metal of the gun. The only thing that's steel on this gun, even though it looks like a model 1911, is the barrel, and the barrel is just an insert right here. Now, the guide rod is a little piece of pot metal. You know, I ought to take this thing apart, or attempt to take it apart, just to show it to you. Let's see if I can do it. You know, I shake like a dog shitting peach seeds, so it makes it difficult for me. The recoil spring, it looks like the binder out of one of those Big Chief or Blue Horse spiral ring notebooks that you got when you was in junior high. I was afraid this thing was going to give me problems. It'll come. As a matter of fact, I could probably sit here and just shake it out. Did y'all see that? The slide stop. The slide stop just fell out. And I'll get back to that in a minute. I'll tell you why it fell out. I'm going to show you why it fell out. There's the guide rod. That is just melted beer cans and maybe a few old tubes of toothpaste thrown in there for good measure. It tears apart similar to a 1911 if I get this damn bushing. There it is. There's the bushing. Now, here's where it differs. It comes off the back. When it wants to. Oh, I got the safety on, sorry. See? Can you hear it? It's just... I'm sorry. And see, there's the insert. It's stuck in this tube here and pinned in there, right there. This is one of those guns that you could throw out the front door at night, like the rifleman did, without feeling bad about it. It's just a... Yeah, I wanted to warn you. They're the ones that make the Rhino. Now that Rhino is a unique looking weapon. Look at this. I just drop it in there. That goes through a hole in the back of the frame, and where it protrudes, it fits in that little notch right there on the slide stop. That's what holds the slide stop in. Other than that, you know, like I say, it fires well. I can't fault it there. But the materials that it's made out of, and my whole purpose in showing this video is for those of you that that Rhino is a unique looking weapon because it fires through the bottom cylinder. And you know, I was tempted to get one myself, but I saw this and I picked it up, and it works fine. Like I say, it shoots fine. It's got low profile sights. It's got some kind of locking device over here. I don't know what that is. That's some kind of kid's safety something or another. It's set up just like a 1911, and I just bought it for my boat. But before I could even get it to the boat, you know, the finish started coming off of it, and then the metal, I'm telling you, they can call it what they want, but it's pot metal. And if you know what pot metal is, but it works fine. It shoots fine, operates just like a 1911, which is the reason why I picked it up. But before you put out any big, I don't know what that Rhino costs, but before you put out any big bucks on it, try to remember how this thing, I mean the guide rod holds the slide stop in, and the stuff out of your hand, you know, just the sweat will eat down into the base metal and pit it. There's no rust. You won't have to worry about rust on this gun, although I will say I found rust in here on top of the firing pin, all down in here. But I guess my point in making this video is to, before anybody goes and shucks out a bunch of money, of course you might already have, and you might have a fine weapon and you love it. But this one, the one I bought, not worth 2 cents insofar as materials. But it's just a heads up and a little bit of a warning. Think long and hard about it. Bye.